Welcome to No Nonsense Airbnb. In this video, we are covering the most important yet often overlooked aspect of hosting: insurance. To put it simply, yes, you need additional insurance to protect both your property and yourself as a host. So let's dive into why your standard homeowners policy is insufficient, what coverage Airbnb offers, its pitfalls, and the smart steps you can take to make sure you are fully covered in every possible scenario so you can host with confidence. First off, let's talk about why your standard homeowners insurance isn't enough when you're hosting on Airbnb. See, most homeowner policies don't cover short-term rentals, meaning if a guest causes damage or gets injured, you could be left footing the bill simply because Airbnb is technically a business, and standard home insurance policies typically exclude any kind of business activities from their coverage. This means any claim related to guest stays could be denied, leaving you financially vulnerable. So in summary, you absolutely need additional coverage to ensure you are fully protected and not left holding the bag if something goes wrong. Now, let's get into what protection Airbnb actually offers. They've got their own program called AirCover, which sounds great at first, but there are some key details you need to know before you rely on it. AirCover essentially provides four main types of protection: damage protection, liability insurance, income loss coverage, and deep cleaning protection. Let's break down what that actually means. First is property damage. This covers damages up to $3 million caused by a guest to your home or belongings, such as broken furniture, stained carpets, smashed windows, or unexpected costs related to additional cleaning or pet damage, like removing smoke odor or replacing your sofa because a dog chewed it up. However, it doesn't cover regular wear and tear, gradual damages like mold or issues from pests. And if you have high value items like jewelry, artwork, or cash, they are definitely not covered. And then there is income loss coverage. This one is for when you need to cancel future bookings because of a guest damage. Say a guest accidentally sets your kitchen on fire and you have to close for repairs. AirCover can compensate you for the lost income during that time. But then there is the issue of extended income loss. AirCover only compensates for income loss due to guest-caused damage. So if a natural disaster or a necessary maintenance issue forces you to cancel booking, you are on your own. And if you're wondering, what about guests who refuse to leave? Unfortunately, AirCover won't cover legal expenses or loss of income if a guest overstays or refuses to leave, which is highly unlikely. I've never seen this happen. And lastly, there are acts of nature like floods, earthquakes, or wildfires. Airbnb AirCover doesn't cover damage from the natural events, so you might need separate insurance to cover all these kind of risks. And finally, there is a liability coverage. This provides protection if a guest gets injured on your property and decides to sue. It includes incidents like slips, falls, or other accidents that occur during a guest stay. But here is the fine print. The coverage might not apply if the injury is due to negligence on your part, such as failing to maintain the property or not adhering to local safety standards. And if you're wondering how does one get this AirCover, hosts don't have to pay anything extra for this AirCover. It is included by default. There is no opt-in process. It is automatically built into the standard commission that Airbnb charges, and it is just always there. And the coverage is active for the entire duration of every booking made through the platform. Overall, AirCover provides protection against some very basic scenarios, but it falls short when it comes to offering full protection for hosts. So here is the big question. Should you rely on Airbnb AirCover alone to protect your property and your peace of mind? AirCover is a great start. It offers a layer of protection that didn't exist before. And for many minor incidents, it could be just enough. But is it a completely safety net? Not really. Think of AirCover as a basic shield. It is there for common situations like minor damages or simple liability claims, but it is not built to handle everything, especially the bigger and the messier problems. And that's why it is worth considering more comprehensive coverage. It's about peace of mind. Knowing that you're covered no matter what happens is worth its weight in gold when you're opening up your home to strangers. The good news is there are plenty of third-party insurance options available, specifically tailored for short-term rental hosts, offering broader protection against things not covered by AirCover. All right, so now that we have covered everything that Airbnb AirCover does and doesn't, and whether you should rely on it alone, let's dive into some practical steps you can take to make sure you are truly protected. First, evaluate your property's specific risks. Do you have high-value items that need extra protection? Are there any off-premise amenities like a dock or a golf cart that guests might use? Consider all possible scenarios that could happen in your rental. And after that, if you think AirCover isn't enough, look into specialized short-term rental insurances. These policies are designed to fill the gaps that AirCover doesn't cover. Things like extended loss of income, protection against squatters, or natural disaster coverage. And to help you get started, I have left some links in the description to some of the best companies offering short-term rental insurance for Airbnb hosts in various countries. Check them out, do your research, and see which one fits your need. And I'll soon be uploading another video as a follow-up to this one, where I'll give you a practical demonstration of how AirCover works in real-life situations, how to raise a damage claim on Airbnb, and the best practice for filing a claim. I'll also share tips to maximize your chances of getting reimbursed and what to do if your claim gets denied. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel for more no-nonsense, to-the-point information about Airbnb hosting, and drop me a comment if you have any stories about your experience with AirCover. I would love to hear from you. See you in the next video. Happy hosting.